The real story of Walt Disney, the man who created magic from nothing. Have you ever watched a Disney movie and felt something special inside you, like hope, joy, or childhood dreams coming alive? We all know the name Disney, but few people truly know the real story of the man behind it. A story full of failure, struggle, and unbelievable imagination. Today we're going to learn about Walt Disney, the man who taught the world to believe in dreams. Chapter 1. The boy who loved to draw, Walt Disney, was born in 1901 in a small house in Chicago, United States. His family wasn't rich. His father, Elias Disney, was a strict man who believed in hard work. His mother, Flora, was kind and always encouraged him to follow his heart. When Walt was a little boy, he loved to draw. He drew animals, people, and everything he saw around him. But his father didn't believe that drawing could be a real job. He wanted Walt to help on the farm and do serious work. Still, Walt never stopped. He used to sell his small drawings to his neighbors just to earn a few coins. Even as a child, he knew what he wanted, to create something that could make people happy. Chapter 2. The Dreamer with Empty Pockets. When Walt grew older, he worked many small jobs. He was a paperboy, a waiter, and even a Red Cross ambulance driver in France after World War I. After returning home, he decided to follow his dream, to make cartoons. He started a small company in Kansas City called Laugh-O-Gram Studios. He was only in his early 20s, full of ideas, full of hope, and completely broke. The company made short cartoon movies, but the business failed. He lost everything: money, equipment, even his home. But Walt said something powerful. "I think it's important to have a good, hard failure when you're young." So instead of giving up, he bought a one-way train ticket to Hollywood with only $40 in his pocket and a suitcase full of drawings. Chapter 3. The Birth of Mickey Mouse. In Hollywood, Walt teamed up with his brother Roy Disney. They worked in a tiny office with old equipment and big dreams. At first, they created a cartoon character called Oswald the Lucky Rabbit for another studio. But later, that studio stole the rights to Oswald and even took most of Walt's animators away from him. He was heartbroken. He had lost his company again. On the train ride home, he started drawing a new character, a little cheerful mouse with big round ears. That mouse's name was Mickey. When Mickey Mouse first appeared in 1928 in a cartoon called Steamboat Willie, it was the first ever cartoon with synchronized sound, music, and voice together. People loved it immediately. The mouse became a star, and so did Walt Disney. Mickey wasn't just a cartoon, he was a symbol of hope and joy during hard times. People were poor, tired, and sad after the Great Depression, but Mickey made them smile again. Chapter 4. The Man Who Never Stopped Dreaming. After Mickey, Disney kept creating new characters: Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, and Pluto. His studio became one of the most creative places in the world. But Walt didn't want to stop at short cartoons. He dreamed of making the first full-length animated movie, a cartoon that would last more than an hour. Everyone told him it was a crazy idea. People called it Disney's folly. They said no one would want to sit through a long cartoon. But Walt believed in his dream. He worked for 4 years on a movie called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. He spent almost all his money and even borrowed more to finish it. In 1937, the movie was finally released, and it became a massive success. Snow White earned millions of dollars and became the first animated movie in history. It proved that imagination can change the world. Chapter 5. The Hard Years in the Magic Kingdom. After Snow White, Disney's life wasn't always magical. Some of his next movies, like Pinocchio and Fantasia, didn't make much money at first. Then World War II came, and his studio faced financial problems again. But Walt didn't give up. He created new classics: Cinderella, Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, Sleeping Beauty, each one full of art, color, and heart. Then one day, he had another wild idea. He wanted to build a place where families could have fun together, a place full of happiness, imagination, and childhood wonder. People said he was crazy again, but he started working on his dream anyway. In 1955, after years of planning, Disneyland opened in California. On the first day, things went wrong. Rides broke, food ran out, and it was too hot. But soon, Disneyland became one of the happiest places on Earth. People from all over the world came to see it, and it became a symbol of magic and dreams coming true. Chapter 6. the man behind the magic. Behind all the success, Walt was still a simple man. He loved walking around Disneyland secretly, watching families laugh and smile. Sometimes he would talk to visitors without telling them who he was, just to see if they were happy. He also had many failures. Some movies lost money, some projects never worked. But he always believed in one rule: if you can dream it, you can do it. In the 1960s, Walt started planning a new, even bigger dream: Disney World in Florida. He wanted it to be a city of the future, where technology and imagination lived together. Sadly, before it was finished, Walt Disney got very sick with lung cancer. He died in 1966, at the age of 65. When his brother Roy opened Walt Disney World 5 years later, he said, "Everyone should remember, this all started with a mouse." Chapter 7. The Legacy Lives On. Today, Walt Disney's name means magic, happiness, and creativity. The Disney Company owns hundreds of movies, TV shows, and theme parks around the world. Millions of children grow up with Mickey Mouse, Elsa, Simba, and Woody. But the real magic isn't in the cartoons or the castles. It's in the dream that one man refused to give up. Walt Disney started with nothing. He lost everything more than once, but he never lost his imagination. He showed the world that dreams can come true if you have courage, creativity, and heart. Final words. The next time you watch a Disney movie, remember this: behind every castle, every princess, and every song, there was a man who once sold his drawings for a few coins, failed many times, and still believed that dreams are real. Walt Disney once said, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." So never stop dreaming, because magic is real, and it begins with you.